Welcome to your Manhattan market update for the week of July 21st. My name is Maurice Bakhash from William Lux, New York. Now the numbers this week in Manhattan, they're a bit different than last week. Let's jump right into it. We'll start with new supply. How many new listings have come on the market this week? Well, you're not looking too hot. 231 new listings, and we are down 22% from last week. Stark contrast from last week. When you look at how many new contracts were signed this week in Manhattan, well, that's also down, not as much, thankfully. So you're at 210 new contracts signed in Manhattan this week, and that's down slightly, 2%. So when you look at the market beat, now the market beat is really important. It's really telling because the market beat lets you know if we are in a seller's market, if we're in a neutral market, or if we're in a buyer's market. The market beat in Manhattan right now is really on the cusp of a seller's market. We're on the upper quadrant of neutral, and it's trying to pop through. We're not quite in a seller's market, but what that means is if you have a great property and you present it really well, you price it right, you're going to be one of those sellers that pop through and are more likely to experience the energy of a seller's market in Manhattan. So that's really telling. And especially because we're so constricted on that inventory. We're really low. As you can see, we're down 22% this week, and that's been the story for months. But when you look at liquidity, and that tells you the pace, how fast or slow the market is moving. The liquidity is on the lower, a little bit of an uptick this week, but still on the lower part of that neutral. So, not moving as fast. Part of that is your inventory. But as you can see, contracts do remain to, be signed. Buyers are out there and they are buying. When you look at the days on market in Manhattan, it's still really good. We're moving sideways right now. So we were up in the 80s, then we were in the 70s, and then we were at 67 last week. Not as good this week, a little bit higher at 68 days on market, but we're just moving sideways right now. Now, part of this is seasonality, okay? Because we are in, the third week of July, and so you have this seasonality break that starts to happen, but it's very strong for where we are at the third week of July, and that's really good news. All right, moving on to Brooklyn. Let's do your market update for Brooklyn this week. When you look at new supply in Brooklyn, you're also down. Now, we've been down for weeks. When you talk about market supply in Brooklyn, we're down this week as well. 163 new properties on the market, and we're down 3% there. So down slightly, but we were down last week as well. Now, when you look at new contracts signed in Brooklyn, we are also down. Now we're down a little bit more. We're down 9% this week, and we're at 131 new contracts signed, so down 9%. Now, it's very similar when you talk about the market beat. The market beat for Brooklyn is very similar. We're at the upper quadrant of neutral, trying to pop out into a seller's market. We're at really low inventory. So again, if you have a great property, well priced, extremely well presented, you're going to feel that energy of a seller's market, which is really good news. Liquidity, also much like Manhattan. You're at the lower part of neutral. Manhattan had an uptick. Brooklyn has a little bit of a downtick in terms of pace, but you could attribute that again to just weeks of lower supply coming on the market. So when you look at days on market though, we're doing really well in Brooklyn. We're doing even better than Manhattan as we have been. It's been the story. 51 days on market. So that's really good. Moving sideways over there as well. Now that's your market update for Manhattan and Brooklyn for the third week of July, July 21st. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button. Well, I think I did it wrong.
Smash the subscribe button.
Right. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. It really helps us out. And if you hit subscribe, you'll get updated automatically. Thank you so much for watching. Although I think I said that, but that's cool.